G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and thank you so much for joining me. Before you go any further, please hit like and subscribe. You can also head to my website, johnlewisguitar.com.au for Kemper Profiles. And now, last video we talked a little bit about Marshall and their modded amps that they're now selling, which is really cool. But it prompted me to do some direct profiles with the Kemper. So I want to take a second to go over some of the Wizard amp profiles that I've made. I love the Wizard. The Wizard MTL Mark II. I've got plenty of profiles on my website with a mic and a cab when profiled, which is great. And I've also done some now that are direct. I am loving the stock cabs that are in the Kemper. I just reckon they're great. They feel good, feel really great to play, and there's a lot of variety. And they're all very, very different. So you can really fine tune your profiles exactly the way you want. Now, the one you heard in some of those playing snippets just before is Wizard MTL High Boost is what I've called it. Now that is a direct profile, and that sounds like this outside of a mic. Now the cab that I've used there, which is a stock one inside the Kemper, is the Creamback M112. What I want to do right now is just give a little bit of an A-B comparison between the direct profile and the profile with a mic and a cab. Now they were done at very different times, so there are going to be a little bit of differences, but I'll tell you what, the gain as the Kemper represents it is exactly the same, which I think is important in this kind of A-B test. So here is the direct profile with the stock Kemper cab. With effects and all. Now here is Wizard Chunk. This is the very first profile I did with the Wizard. There's definitely a bit of a shift in the EQ. Now, what it reminds me of is the old Marshall MG amps, that series, that solid state series. They had a contour knob, and it kind of reminds me of that. It's a shift as opposed to a cut and a boost. There's like a curve, and we're kind of just shifting it backwards and forwards, which is really cool. But I'll tell you what's there, and that's the feeling under the fingers is still there on both. Let's hear that same A-B comparison backwards. So first of all, with the mic and cab profile. Now, let's hear the direct. If there's one point I'm going to drive home on this channel, it's that Kemper is more than relevant even today. You can have all the newer DSPs and the Axe effects and the Line 6s that you want, but there is just something about the way that the Kemper captures things that is just out of this world. It just feels so good to play, whether you're capturing something in a room with a microphone or whether you're going direct in, far out. It just reproduces the sound of the amp. I'm just going to switch back to the mic and cab profile now. I might be a little bit nostalgic to this one because it was the very first profile I did with the Wizard, and I was in awe of the amp when I borrowed it off my mate. And yeah, that it might be real, it might be not. It might just be hype, right? And that's cool, whatever. we can all have hype. That's what happens. That's what happens in the YouTube community, isn't it? We get hype generated, and we all go buy it and try it for ourselves, and it's good. It's good. It keeps the passions going, keeps the connection with music going. But this profile just sits so well. It's so versatile. Neck pickup, humbucker, morphed with heaps of effects, or just straight dry. It's just awesome. There's a little bit of a comparison between a direct profile and a mic and cab profile. I think there are, there are parts of the mic and cab that just really feel like full and kind of remind me a little bit more about that amp moving the air in the room and all that sort of jazz. But there's like definitely places where in a mix, this direct profile with the cab from the Kemper could kind of help just like punch through the mix without the need to madly EQ or anything like that. So there's pros to both, but man, it does sound fantastic. Kemper, super relevant even now. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Please head to my website, johnlewisguitar.com.au for some Kemper profiles. I'll see you on the next video.